it's Disney Girl back for another episode of my Disney's Magic Kingdoms game. So today we are going to be continuing with the Moana limited time event, which is called Find the Way. So we've got probably lots of dialogue today. We're going to try and build that very first attraction as well. Chief Tui. Well, nothing on my end, apart from several very forbidding mountains. How about you? Was your luck any better?
Well, I wouldn't call it luck so much as following a trail of tapestry pieces that led right to my husband's boat. Sugarcane, what do I always tell you about caring for tapa cloth?
Don't tear it, don't get it wet.
And don't let it accidentally fall out of your personal canoe on long ocean voyages.
Quest complete, relationship goals.
Okay, that may be the first time I've told you that, but it should really stand to reason.
I think it still should be hashtag relationship goals, that quest title, but that's just my opinion. Oh, and we got more dialogue here.
Well, the good news is, if those tapestry pieces did come from our fleet, I know where we can find the rest of them. Back on Montanui, we packed Mother's things under the village meeting house for safekeeping. Right, and we took some of the materials from that meeting house with us, so we could build a new one here more quickly.
Exactly. All we'd have to do is set it up as planned, and I'm sure we'll find Mother's tapestries somewhere inside. I'll tell the master builder to come ashore and start construction right away. You help gather materials. We can do this. A taste of Montanui. Build a homecoming celebration. Here we go. 3,000 event currency. So it's going to take 6 hours to build, and we're going to get 45 currency every 8 hours. Alright, so I guess we better start this process. Now, I know I told you guys in previous videos to make sure to have a little section of land prepared. Now, I kind of didn't do that myself, but I definitely knew that there were attractions I didn't need to have in my kingdom, and I knew that I wasn't sending the characters there for very long, so it's been pretty easy to just sort of quickly clear it out. Now, for newer players, I don't recommend doing this. You definitely have to know your characters, their quests, what attractions they go to visit, and things like that before you start making, I feel like, it's like risky moves like this, especially during a limited time event. If you're a smaller kingdom, you definitely need to make sure you can start the construction time right away. Now, so for example here, I still have one of the characters in my Big Hero 6 attraction there, the Frederickson's Grounds. Now, I don't think I will need to move that, but obviously I need to move some other stuff. So that's okay. I mean, realistically, I would say I would have liked that whole section of land, but I shouldn't need to empty it all out, especially since I'm still working on magic and stuff. I think everybody generally is, but as you can see here, I'm having like a lot of trouble sort of finding a good home for it. It doesn't seem to want to fit where I sort of expected it to fit, by like 1 square. So that can make a huge difference, and that is one of the reasons why I say clear out your land ahead of time. I feel like this just sort of proved it, that you think the attraction will fit in 1 spot, and then 1 square totally messes it up. And if you don't want to use gems to sort of skip things ahead, then I definitely recommend being a little bit organized with the kingdom. Now, I was lucky and I did find a spot, but again, if you're a smaller kingdom, I just wouldn't risk it at this point. So hopefully you guys have been able to collect at least 3,000 currency for that attraction, plus all the currency we've needed for the characters so far. I don't think I've had that much trouble with the currency. I didn't buy the currency bundle this event, and I seem to be doing okay. Obviously, if I need to, I will buy it at some point. But for now, I don't think I need to, so that's that. Now, I know that Moana is going to be like, I remember it was like 10,000. I'll have to double check that in a few minutes here. But 10,000 event currency for her, but I know I still have over 20 days
to sort of worry about collecting all that currency. Now I know it's going to be more than 10,000 because I still need to bring in a whole bunch of other characters and still do some leveling up and stuff like that. So there is definitely a lot more currency to spend than the 10,000 that I'm working on collecting. But I know that if I get to around 10,000, then it'll be like a couple thousand up and down. Won't make that much difference sort of with the event. So if I can kind of get to 10,000, I would say before Pua becomes unlocked, then I'll probably be golden for the rest of the event. Now I could be close and I'll maybe only have like 8 or 9, but I should still be fine then for sure. But again, that currency bundle is there, and it does come with a few gems if you guys sort of prefer to do things with gems, or if you guys are a smaller kingdom, you might want to do that just for currency, but also the gems will help you sort of, proceed with the event. Especially too, if you guys are looking to purchase either Hey or Gramma Tala, especially if you're just unlocking it now, I would recommend probably investing in one of those guys. If you're a small kingdom, I would say Gramma Tala. If you're a bigger kingdom that's starting the event a little bit later, then I would say, maybe you can try and just work things out, and once Hey is unlocked, and if you want to complete the event, then obviously then I would say just go for Hey. But realistically, both of the paid characters are always useful in events. So this is one of those things where I always say, like, save your gems, because if you guys need your gems for the limited time characters, that is when you usually want to spend them. Now I know it's tempting to obviously get main storyline characters and stuff like that with the gems, but sometimes it is really just worth actually buying the bundles. And because when you buy the bundles, you also get gems along with it. So it definitely makes things a little bit easier, especially if you are investing in the game. That's sort of, I think, the best way to do it. Now I have invested in some characters with gems, but again, I wouldn't do that all the time. Alright, so here is Chief Tui back in the kingdom, and he is now a level 3. Everyone must learn who they're meant to be. Of course. I'm not sure who you are meant to be in this kingdom, but we will see what happens with that. We need to build a few more attractions and kind of proceed with the storyline along to sort of figure out what Chief Tui's role is exactly going to be in my kingdom going forward. Now, it looks like it's going to be quite useful with the Kakamora, to be honest. I think this might be his purpose right here. Wow, I was not expecting that. But yeah, so Chief Tui is actually on the battlegrounds right now, guys, and he's actually throwing spears. So this is the first sort of interaction we've had with the battlegrounds. No one else has visited it, but hey, I am not complaining. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. Alright, so Cinna hasn't done anything with the battlegrounds. Actually, her quests, to be honest, are a little boring. She literally just does the same quest over and over again, carrying coconuts, but I'm hoping later she'll have some other ones that are a little bit more interesting. Maybe some dancing or something like that, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. And here is Gramma Tala back in the kingdom, and she is now a level 2. I'm a long ways past the reef now. Yes, you are. We haven't really got a good look to see if she actually has the tattoo on her back. We can kind of see like a little bit I've seen on the shoulder, but I haven't got a good look yet to sort of see if she has the tattoo along her whole back of the stingray. I feel like that's probably one of the super cool things about Gramma Tala is that big giant stingray. I've swam with stingrays before in my life, and honestly, it was amazing, and I can totally see why she would want to come back as one of them. Yes, they can be terrifying, but definitely a lot of fun to swim with. So I can see why she chose to be a stingray, especially being an islander. So it looks like, guys, these tapestry pieces, I'm still progressing with it. It looks like it's going to take a little while longer. I'm assuming there are going to be some quests, obviously, to unlock Pua that won't require the tapestry, but I'm not totally sure on that just yet.
I will keep you guys posted, though. I still have the spoilers to post. Obviously, it's been Easter, so happy Easter, everyone. So I've been basically just trying to, manage a little bit of family stuff with the videos and everything. So I haven't really got a good look yet, but I will keep you guys posted on that. All right, Henry finally got his accordion fixed up, and that means the band's back together. What? I got my own interests too, I don't hang out with Gaston all the time, just most of the time. Anyway, LeFou's review is the Village's only leading instrumental combo. We play birthdays, holidays, surprise weddings. Wow, I was not expecting this dialogue from him. And if we play good enough today, the tavern keeper's gonna give us a standing gig at his place. So we're kind of a big deal. Strike up the band. Send LeFou to audition his band at the tavern. Okay, so off he goes to that at some point. Probably not just yet because he's busy. Now, why did I get the dialogue from him? It's because I took Gaston's tavern actually out before the start of the event. And I guess when I leveled him up, what ended up happening was I put it back in the kingdom and it triggered the dialogue. So that's why we got that. I know it seemed a little bit random, but again, that's what happens when you take out attractions and your characters level up and stuff like that, or continue with, the storyline dialogue. And then all of a sudden, again, when you put something in or put a different costume on or whatever, then it always seems to sort of trigger that dialogue. Now, that actually works the same with when you send a character home and stuff like that, and you put an attraction back in, or maybe you get an attraction from, either by purchasing it with gems, or you can get it from chests, or whatever it happens to be. It always tends to trigger the dialogue, and that's why I like to have a lot of my attractions in the kingdom, actually. So it's not like just a whole bunch of random dialogue like I just got with LeFou. I was, again, not expecting that, especially right now. But again, not a big deal, but it's just not something I was, I guess, particularly looking forward to at the moment, but that's okay. No big deal. It'll be a quest I continue a little bit later on, unless I accidentally send him out on it, which hopefully I don't do. Now, I have to admit, Fredericton's grounds are amazing. Now, this is a 24-hour quest for all of my Big Hero 6 characters, but I just wanted to show you guys how cool that is, to be honest, before I go ahead and bring in the first attraction here. Yay! It's built! Ah, I knew that builder was the best, worth every fine mat we gave him. Not that I've been standing idle, of course. We needed fresh timber for the rafters, and thankfully, I'm handy with an adze. It's always bittersweet taking down a fine coconut palm like that, but it's comforting to know we always plant new ones. Quest complete, a taste of Montanui. Of course, now I'm talking as if we really are going to settle here after all. Oh, are you? Well, I think you kind of have to now that we have the first attraction here, so check it out. Oh, I hope we get a little play on here at some point, or some dancing, or something really cool. The meeting house is up already. I can see it from here. That was very quick. I'd better gather some extra leaves for thatching the roof, just in case any of the workers cut corners. I don't see any sugarcane plants around, so coconut fronds will have to do for now. But after that wet tapa situation, I'm going to make sure our ceiling is weatherproof. No more leaks! Send Cinna to gather roofing materials. Okay, so she is going to do that in just a few seconds. So, ooh, we got another tapestry piece! Yay! Thank you, Gramma Tala. You're the best! Now, it's hard to choose quests for her. It's like, do I collect for the characters or do I collect the tapestries? The character tokens obviously are important for the first few levels, obviously, but then after that, I think the tapestries are going to be more important, especially because other characters can collect in the meantime. So yeah, here is Cinna walking around again with her coconut basket. There, we'll have to dry and weave it all together eventually, but at least this is a start. That said, I should really get back to Tui, and quickly, after climbing that last tree, well, a mountain-sized boat full of angry coconuts isn't exactly hard to miss from that high up. Knowing Moana, she'll say she wasn't trying to hide that from us at all, and knowing me, I won't believe her for a second. Quest complete, no more leaks. She's not a very good liar. I give her credit for that, really. Moana, you're busted! Mommy knows now.
A whole ship full of Kakamora that we didn't know about headed this way? Moana's going to have a lot of explaining to do.
Yikes, I'm scared for Moana's sake.
Tui, she must have wanted to handle them on her own, or thought it would be safer for us out here. And who could blame her? Oh, you're right. I'm sure her heart was in the right place. But that won't stop those new Kakamora from making landfall. Let's search the meeting house for my mother's tapestries, and fast. We may not have much more time to learn from them.
Welcome back! Send Cinna and Chief Tui to search Homecoming. Is this where we're gonna find Pua? Just out of curiosity? One can only hope, but I don't know. I guess I'm hoping the quest to unlock him is pretty soon. Aw, no! Chief Tui is busy! Being cool. Taking down the Kakamora.
Okay, so I did just run into a coconut grove on the island. Several of them, actually. Banana trees, too. And enough freshwater streams and flat land for at least 4 taro terraces. If we do settle here permanently, we may need to start a regular canoe race just to keep from eating all the time.
Quest complete! Consider it!
Though farming is hard enough work to keep everyone healthy, so we could just race for fun too.
We've got lots of food in the kingdom. Go to the concessions.
I'm due at the meeting house for a while today. One of my young cousins is getting his first tattoo. He's wanted one ever since he was little, but even so, it's always a project. Having family there for support is important. Most people would rather focus on their loved ones singing to them than on where the tattooing comb hits next.
Mind over matter. Send Cinna to offer support at Homecoming. Alright, so we still need to do the welcome back quest here. Now, obviously, Chief Tui is now done, so the two of them can go out on that quest. Yay! Now, she just has to wait for him to show up. Now, don't forget, guys, every 2 hours to tap our little crab friends, the Islander crabs. Also, too, every 4 hours, we now just temporarily have to tap the little fast-running orange seeds around the kingdom. Sometimes they can be hard to find. Sometimes they're super easy and all clustered together, but they are quick. So you guys have to tap pretty quickly. I'd have to say they're a lot slower than the clouds, but, you know, at the same time, I guess it is helpful them being a little bit quick because they can come out from behind attractions, especially when you're sort of waiting in a section of land to see if anything happens or anything comes out from behind them. Since they move fast, they come and go really quickly. So usually if you do like
2 circles around the land, like around a region. So for example, around Space Mountain pretty quickly, then you're able to sort of check all the attractions twice. And usually if there's any seeds in that area, you get a pretty good idea if it's there or not. I mean, sometimes you get a hidden one that's like super brutal and you're like searching for 10 minutes, but for the most part, they're pretty easy if you're just patient around your kingdom. If you're patient, I find you can find them a lot easier and a lot faster instead of just like, you know, kind of doing the quick scan thing. I find it just doesn't really help. Patience definitely helps in this case. Let me know in the comments below though how you are doing on this leaderboard event. I think I found something, Cinna. What do you make of this piece here? Either that picture of a human thinks she can talk to a coconut, or she's actually having a discussion with a Kakamora, and it looks like it's listening to. That's what I thought as well. If those creatures are capable of being reasoned with, well, we have to try, don't we? Quest complete. Welcome back. We do. And more than that, we should. I feel like all the mothers of the kingdom should definitely join together now and have a little meeting, like a little powwow. It just needs to happen. There are a lot of mothers, or a lot more than there were, I guess. That's for sure. Oh, there's one of those little wandering seeds. Look, it's just like right by my currency right now. Wow. It's usually not in that area, but hey, you know what? When one goes missing, check Main Street. They might have a running seed. Now, as I've told you guys, I'm leveling up the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs characters, and so here is Bashful at a level 9. Aw, I'm so happy. I just don't know what to say. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of the dwarfs here maxed out, but I have 20 days, so I'm not like overly worried about it. Now those island crabs is what I think is going to slow me down in my leveling up, like sort of going forward. I will have to slow down the leveling up because obviously every 2 hours you only collect 5, and so I mean, unless you're checking your kingdom like literally every 2 hours like religiously, I think you're gonna have to stop leveling them up at some point unless you're going to use some gems for that. But I mean, I've been checking my kingdom quite a bit, so I'm happy with what I have, and they're not difficult to find obviously, because you can just tap the quest on the side and click go and it'll take you right to the area where it is. So it's pretty easy, but again, you just have to be sort of on top of your kingdom, and I think that could be the really hard part for a lot of people, is that sometimes we aren't able to check our kingdom every 2 hours because we have life stuff, and I feel like that is maybe the one thing that can slow people down in terms of leveling up, like once they get a little bit higher. So for example, right now, Chief Chewy is, I mean, he's ready to go almost to a level 4. I mean, he is in terms of the flowers that we need. I still need like 2 more of his ears hats, but that's fine. But it's more just like if I use the 20 to level him up, then I won't be continuing to save the 40 that I need to level up Cinna. So I think at this point it's a little bit tough. Now I have to obviously choose, because if you guys noticed after that quest, I got no more dialogue. So I actually have no idea what is going to happen. Why didn't we get any more dialogue? Are we supposed to do something else in order to unlock Pua? Like, how is this happening? I feel like that was the last quest before that happens or something. But again, I don't know. So we're gonna have to wait and find out. I will keep working on the tapestries and stuff like that. I'll make sure I post a video for that right away as soon as I collect them all. Again, I'm still working on that, but again, there's no more dialogue in the kingdom at this point for the event. So yeah, I guess I'm pretty much ready now to I guess bring Pua into the kingdom, like, or at least unlock him. So I don't know.
I guess if you guys have any feedback or you guys found a way to unlock Pua already, you can always let me know and everybody else in the comments below. Obviously, I will take any feedback at this point. I have a feeling that we need to collect all the tapestries because this is very unusual, or else I need to level up my characters a little bit higher. I will level up Chief Tui to a level 4 so that we can get more of the dialogue, because obviously I think that we need to at least level him up one more time to sort of trigger that. Again, no guarantees, but I will sort of keep an eye on that and keep you posted. So it looks like in our calendar reward, we actually get a radiant chest for free. Yay! I already spent 25 gems just like a minute ago on one of the chests. Oh, we got a tapestry piece. Yay! Hashtag excitement. So we're getting really close now. We must be like, what, like 17 or something like that? So that's good. So at least if I just collect a few more, I'll try and show the drop rates for that. It's an uncommon item to drop, so it actually is not very difficult to collect for, as long as it's not sort of interfering with any of the quests with other character token drops, which it doesn't anyways, at least right now, so that's always really good. And on the leaderboard, the Wandering Seeds, I'm ranked number 1 right now with 110, which is amazing. Super happy about that, because naturally I would like to win some currency, and I would like to win at least one radiant chest, because obviously there are still more character tokens, decorations, and obviously that one concession stand that I really want. If you guys have managed to get a hold of Maui's Hook concession stand, let me know in the comments below, because honestly I haven't had any luck to get that. I've only managed to get one decoration, which is the palm tree bench, but other than that, that is basically all the luck I've had from the radiant chest. Again, the tapestry pieces are useful, I'm not complaining for sure, but I just feel I haven't really got anything that exciting, because honestly, I think the most exciting thing in that chest will be the concession stand. So fingers crossed. I still have like over 20 days to try and get one, but I always like the concession stands a little bit earlier on, because that means currency, more currency, which means I don't have to wait on purchasing anything as I go forward in the event. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to give it a big Mickey thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that little bell for post notifications. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, my Facebook. All the links for all of those things are either in the description below or as well on my channel page up at the top on my cover photo. So you guys can always check out all my links there. And I'm still working on setting up that patrons page, but there is a link that goes there now. I haven't really done much with it, but there is a link that is there now, so you guys can check that out too if you want. There are obviously lots of things to check out with Disney Girl, but you can also check out my other channel, which I will leave a link to at the end of this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you for the next one.